Hello everybody, this is my last stream for the night. I just got a message scrolled across my screen in regards to the newest of the coronavirus information. The coronavirus updates live out of Florida confirms that there are 2 deaths, first outside of West Coast. Counties around the world work to contain and delay the spread of the novel coronavirus that has already claimed more than 3,000 lives worldwide, including 9 in the U.S. The confirmation of 2 deaths from coronavirus in Florida became the first fatalities outside of California and Washington state, and new cases were confirmed in areas of the U.S. today. The death toll in the U.S. from the coronavirus outbreak rose to 17 today, with more than 330 cases confirmed across the country. Pennsylvania has announced its first cases. Johns Hopkins University announced more than 100,000 people have been infected worldwide, and health experts are urging people to continue practicing preventative measures such as routine hand washing in order to avoid the virus. President Trump on Friday morning signed the $8.3 billion emergency spending package to combat that virus. Now, the numbers that we have so far of the U.S. cases of the virus top at 30, and there are 3,496 people dead worldwide. 102,232 people are infected. The symptoms that you would want to look for in seeing or noticing that someone may have the coronavirus are headaches and malaise, runny nose, cough or sore throats, and muscle aches or pains. And the potential complications from it are high fever of 100.4, trouble breathing, pneumonia, and they become sepsis and or death. It is human to human transmission, has been confirmed, with people are advised to wear masks and wash hands frequently, avoid close contact with anyone who has fever or cough. Now, you want to buy a pump hand wash, soap, or get a hand sanitizer. If you are out and you can't wash your hands right away, you will want to use a alcohol-based hand sanitizer and do your hands in a frigid motion, do in between your fingers. And if you have fingernails or short fingernails, you want to hold the palm of your hand and scrub your fingernails across on both hands. See, I have fingernails, so I have to do that. And you want to go down your wrist to about here and scrubbing, but you want to scrub in a downward motion so everything will drip down. That's the way the nurses, we are taught to do it. Rubbing between the fingers and scrubbing, but also we're going downward motions with it so it'll all go down into the drain. Okay. The mask that you would want to look for, I know you guys are probably tired of hearing about these masks, but I am pushing for people to make sure you wear masks and you wear gloves at all times if you're outside or around people any long extended periods of time. It is the whitmari.com, and you want to get the N99 or N95 antiviral mask. Those masks run approximately $39.99, and they are 99.9% effective for the antiviral coronavirus. You go to the 3M company and you want to look for the models 1860, 1805, S as in Sam, 1804, or 1804 S as in Sam. All the masks that I'm giving you the information on are FDA approved. So make sure you look for those model numbers, or the N99 or N95. You can go to the Honeywell safety products. Their 1-800 number is 1-800-430-5490, or Kimberly Clark Corporation at 1-800-524-3577. Prestige Ameritech, their number is 1-866-401-8972. There is a place online, it's called oxybreath.com, and you're looking for their product of the Oxy Breath Pro, and that's one of them for $49, two for $69, four for $123, and their better bet is to buy 3 get 2 free at $135. Those are all very good masks to buy, and they are all FDA approved. For your safety kits, they have now upped the times on them. They are saying that the quarantine is 14 days, but they're advising people to get at least a 30-day supply now, just in case. Let's see, I got the wrong paper. Okay, here we go. Your supplies, you want to make sure you have toilet paper, which is 1 roll per person for the 14 days, or you can extend it out to the 30-day period. I'm going to tell you for 14 days, but you can use your better judgment with that if you want. But I'm just only going to tell you 14 days because I know that's what they said the quarantine period is. You want to make sure you have paper towels and tissues, your pump soap for washing your hands, because you want to wash your hands frequently. You want to get laundry soap. Make sure you have your deodorant or women's personal hygiene products. You want to get bleach, which is Clorox bleach. You want to get your infant water and infant formula. If you have children, you want to make sure you have that for them. You want to get your baby wipes and your diapers, enough that'll last you for 30 days. You get a flashlight or candles with matches. I was telling people to go to the grocery store. They have those little baggies that you put your groceries in, and you can just toss those away, but don't throw those away. You want to keep those because they'll come in handy. You do definitely want to stock up on hand sanitizers. If you are traveling anywhere, make sure you get the travel size, or at home you can get the big economy sizes that you can fill up into the other smaller containers that you may have. You want to make sure that you stock up on a 30-day supply of your prescription drugs, or any over-the-counter medicines, whether it's for headaches, fever. Your children, they may be teething, you want to get Ambisol or something like that. If it's for someone elderly, they may need the denture cleanser or the Polygrip, Polydent, or whatever they use for the dentures. Anything personal hygiene that you may think you would need. So get all of that for at least the 30 days. You want to make sure you have plenty of books to read, any card games or, playing cards. Get board games, coloring books, color crayons, anything like that in case you have children and they get bored. I like to color myself, so I have plenty of those on hand. With the water, you would want to make sure you have enough water for everyone in your family, and they are requesting that you get 1 gallon of water per person in your family per day, and you may get a couple of extra gallons for your pets if you have pets. You want to get canned goods. Make sure you're stacked up on canned goods, which is they have a lot of little snack meats and your ravioli, spaghettios, spaghetti and meatball things, Dinty Moore, beef stew, anything like that. You want to stack up on, make sure you have your dry foods, your bread, sandwich meat, and stuff like that. You can get chips and popcorn, potato chips, chocolates, anything that you really want to snack on. Something that you know that will tide you over for those 2 weeks. Now, with your cleaning supplies, you want to make sure you get Lysol, the cans of Lysol disinfectant spray. You can spray your area. The Purell surface disinfectant, if you can find it. Clorox disinfectant spray, which is they have the Clorox cleanup. They have it with bleach, and they have the plain. They come in many different kinds for the Clorox cleanups. You want to use Clorox bleach and not just your regular bleach. The generic brand doesn't work as well. It doesn't say that it's 99.9% effective in killing the germs and viruses. So you want to stick with the Clorox because Clorox does tell you antiviral. The lemon ammonia disinfectant spray, you would want to get that. And plenty of paper towels, because if you have to wipe down your areas, you want to wipe in one motion and toss. Wipe and toss. You don't want to keep wiping back and forth because you're spreading your germs around again, and it defeats the purpose of you cleaning. Make sure you have plenty of gloves and plenty of masks. Let's see, what else? If you cannot find your Clorox cleanup spray or any disinfectant spray, you can get the 99-cent bottles, clear empty bottles, and you want to use 1/3 of bleach with 2/3 of water. Mix them, shake your bottle up, and that's should suffice enough for a cleaner for you. Like I said, when you spray your surfaces, you want to spray at least 6 to 8 inches. Hold your bottle and spray that at least 6 to 8 inches from it, and wipe with one sweep and toss that. And that's where those little plastic bags come from your grocery store. When you sweep, just toss it in that bag, and when you're done doing your cleaning or you take off your gloves or whatever, just toss it in there and you can throw that out. Let's see. But make sure you definitely have gloves. Now, you can go to the dollar store and get those gloves. They're the heavy duty gloves that you use for cleaning, and by you putting your hands in and out of the bleach water, it'll probably be pretty harsh, but you can still use those gloves for cleaning, and you can soak those in bleach water to kill the germs on them. Now, for the mask, this is just a mask that I got from the doctor's office. I have two kinds. There's the heavier one. I don't like the way these look, but they have the elastic on them. And then there's the yellow ones with the elastics on the side. You'll know when you have it the front and which is the outside. You see they have the little thing that's connected here on the outside. So that's how you know it's the inside, because that faces towards you. You want to take it and just loop it around your ears. Pull your mask to fit you. There's the little metal piece that runs here. Press it to your nose and move it out and secure it on your face. And then you have a snug fit with it. And this is how you would do it when you go outside. But to take it off, you just want to loop your thumb under, your forefinger on top, lift it around your ears, pull it away, take it, and toss it. That way you won't fumble with it, and all the germs that you've collected on it won't be on you. You can just toss it away and don't worry about the germs. Now, this is the other style. If you see it, it kind of opens like so. It has a wire at the top and the wire at the bottom inside here. This one is a little bit more complicated to put on. You can make sure that it's flat when you put it on, so that way you hold it to your face. It blinds you. Blind it. Put it over your ears, and it's one under your ear. Then it's like a little cup thing, and then just pull that part down under your chin. And then you have the part over your nose. Once again, you want to pinch it to your nose and flush it flat against your face. And then this part will automatically come under your chin, and you just pinch that to go on your face. And there you have it. And these are thicker. It's more filtered for you. But I think these are better. But it's harder to breathe through these. But I think you would be safer with these. And with these, if you take them, just hold that piece. Where is it? Here it goes. And lift it over. Then you can take it, pull it, and toss it. These are harder to get into than the other ones, but they are so worth it because they are thicker. And these are the Alpha Protect Inc. who sells these, and their item number 695. And these are good ones. These are N95 particulate respirator mask. So I will be getting me some more of these. I gotta ask my husband where we got these from, but we will be getting these. I'll borrow some more. How about that? Okay. I didn't get very many of them, but those are what you're looking for. The N95. And like I said, these are heavier. You can even see they're heavier versus these. See how flimsy these are? This one ain't going nowhere. That feel almost like cardboard. But if that's what's going to keep me safe, that's what I'm going to use. Alright. So now, for the states that have been affected with the coronavirus, there is 25 states. And those states are Washington State, Oregon, California, North Carolina, Nebraska, Utah, Arizona, New Jersey, Indiana, Minnesota, Texas, Wisconsin, Illinois, Rhode Island, Pennsylvania, Kentucky, Tennessee, Georgia, Florida, New York, Oklahoma, Massachusetts, New Hampshire, Maryland, and Colorado. If anybody is out here and you're listening and you would like to call in, I do have my phone lines open. The phone line is right there on the TV, on the screen, right up under where it says Auntie B's house. My phone number is 302-223-4109. I am taking calls if you want to call in. This is crazy. You know, they have so much going on, and I'm constantly getting the new updates to my phone that is telling me about this coronavirus, and I don't understand why some people just won't take it serious. When it's your life, it should be serious to you. They are really just playing with their lives right now. And you know, they have babies dying, they have the elderly dying, and it's sad that the children are dying. They're saying San Francisco FBI employee diagnosed with the coronavirus. An FBI agent at a small satellite office in San Francisco has been tested positive for coronavirus, multiple reports said today. Tongue-tied today. FBI officials said that the agency has notified every person known to have come in contact with the infected employee about possible exposure, and that was reported by KTVU. The other employees who worked in the office have been sent home until further notice, outlets reported. The FBI took preemptive measures in February to help contain the deadly virus, ordering $40,000 worth of masks and hand sanitizers for use across the country in case of outbreak were to become a pandemic in the U.S. The Law Enforcement Bureau has also worked to contain the spread of disinformation as health organizations work to battle COVID-19 spread. An FBI office in Los Angeles was looking for suspects last month who posted a false document online suggesting coronavirus is present in Carson, California. Okay. Let's see. The Grand Princess cruise ship is still waiting to dock. They are not letting those people dock as of yet. Chicago Public Schools employee, sixth coronavirus patient in Illinois. The woman who remains hospitalized in stable condition was last present at work on March 2nd. The sixth case of coronavirus in Illinois is a special education classroom assistant at Vaughn Occupation High School on Chicago's North Side. Chicago Public School Chief Janice Jackson said. A Chicago Public Schools aide has been diagnosed with the coronavirus, state and local officials said at the news conference Friday evening. The patient, a Chicago resident in her 50s, is a special education classroom assistant at Vaughn Occupation High School in Chicago's North Side, Mayor Lori Lightfoot said. The woman, who remains hospitalized in stable condition, recently traveled on the Grand Princess, the cruise ship on which 21 passengers tested positive for the coronavirus. After returning home on February 24th, the patient went to her job at Vaughn Occupational High School, a specialty school for students with special needs and disabilities. The unidentified employee was last present at work on March 2nd, and CPS Superintendent Janice Jackson announced classes at the school will be canceled while the investigation continues. Jackson and other local officials stressed that they're working to come up with a clear plan for students and employees. While I understand that parents across the district may be concerned by this development, I want to stress that this is currently an isolated case, Jackson said. More than 100,000 people have been sickened and more than 3,400 have died from the rapidly spreading virus worldwide. Chicago health officials are working to find additional exposures and identify anybody who remains at risk, said Dr. Allison Arwady, Commissioner of the Chicago Department of Public Health. Governor Pritzker said coronavirus tests remain free, and his office has spoken to all insurance companies in Illinois to make sure they are offering these necessary care. Pritzker added, while the risk remains low to the general public, state officials are paying very close attention. In a population of 12.7 million people in the state, we are monitoring it closely, but I do think that 6 cases is a good number to focus on, Pritzker said. Illinois' 5th coronavirus patient, a Vanderbilt University student who studied abroad in Italy, was released from a Chicago hospital Friday and planned to be quarantined at home. Officials announced Monday that a woman in her 70s, the spouse of a woman who tested positive over the weekend, was also diagnosed with the coronavirus, marking the state's fourth case. In January, two Chicago residents, a husband and wife, were diagnosed with the coronavirus. The wife had recently traveled to Wuhan, China, the epicenter of the outbreak, to care for a relative. Both patients were treated at the Amita Health St. Alexis Medical Center in Hoffman Estates and have since made a full recovery. Last month, Illinois became the first state to conduct its own test for the coronavirus, allowing for quicker results. The state also opened this week 2 additional testing labs in central and southern Illinois, Pritzker said. And today, Governor Pritzker said that voluntary surveillance testing is being conducted at 7 hospitals in Cook County and several others across the state to monitor for the presence of the virus. The Illinois Department of Public Health launched a statewide hotline for the coronavirus, also known as COVID, to answer any questions from the public or to report a suspected case. And that number is 1-800-889-3931. But if they have these people in the hospital already, they have them on watch for having this virus. This is crazy. I'm not getting it. What is wrong with these people? If you have them already in the hospital, you suspect them for having the coronavirus, but you release them, let them go home. So from the hospital to home, that means they are in contact with other people. They're coughing, they're sneezing, the spit droplets are going everywhere from sneezing all over everything. Some people will deliberately do that to pass this germ or this disease off to somebody, because if they're already sick, they're thinking, okay, I'm sick, I'm gonna die, so let me give it to somebody else. And you're playing with people's lives. Millions of people are involved. It's $100,000 people, not $100,000 people, but 100,000 people have already died. Many more will die from this. So you're being that careless and evil that you would do that and cough all over somebody else to let somebody else get it. Or you would just people in the hospitals would just let them go home instead of putting them somewhere in a quarantine and keeping them there to see if it can clear up, if they can do something to clear it up, if it's going to clear up on its own, or worst case scenario, they die from it, then so be it. But why send them out to the public amongst other people to be able to catch this disease is beyond me. It's crazy. You got to think, what are some people thinking sometimes? What is it? What's going on? I'm just scrolling up and down my messages here. There's so much going on. They said exclusive. The strongest evidence yet that America is botching coronavirus testing. I don't know what went wrong, a former CDC chief told The Atlantic. I guess that's a newspaper of something. And it said it's one of the most urgent questions in the United States right now. How many people will have actually been tested for the coronavirus? This number would give a sense of widespread that the disease is and how forceful and response to it the United States is mustering. But for days, the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention has refused to publish such a count. Despite public anxiety and criticism from Congress, on Monday, Stephen Hahn, the commissioner of the Food and Drug Administration, estimated that by the end of this week, close to 1 million tests will be available to be performed in the United States. On Wednesday, Vice President Mike Pence promised that roughly 1.5 million tests would be available this week, but the number of tests performed across the country has fallen far short of those projections despite extraordinarily high demand, The Atlantic has found. The CDC got this right with H1N1, said Zika, and produced huge quantities of test kits that went around the country. Thomas Frieden, the director of the CDC from 2009 to 2017, told us, "I don't know what went wrong this time." Through interviews with dozens of public health officials and survey of local data from across the country, The Atlantic could only verify that 1,895 people have been tested for the coronavirus in the United States, but 10% of whom have been tested. And while the American capacity to test for the coronavirus has ramped up significantly over the past few days, local officials can still test only several thousand people a day, not the tens to hundreds of thousands indicated the White House's promises. To arrive at our estimate, we contacted the Public Health Department of all 50 states in the District of Columbia. We gathered data on websites and we corresponded with dozens of state officials. All 50 states and D.C. have made some information available, though the quantity and timelessness of the data varied widely. Some states have only committed to releasing their numbers once or 3 times a week. Most are focused on the number of confirmed cases. Only a few have publicized the number of people they are capable of testing. See, that goes to show you something is going wrong somewhere. And it's not enough being done to find out where. But this is very disturbing that they're not taking this more serious than what they are. They seem to be doing a lot of bickering back and forth between the president and people of his cabinet and other people, when he wanted to put the blame on Obama, saying that Obama didn't do what he was supposed to do. Well, Obama was nearly 4 years ago. We're already going into your second. I wouldn't say it was his second because we don't know if he's will be the president yet, but it's coming up to term where his presidency for his 4 years is over, and President Obama has been gone for 4 years. So what blame are you putting on him, and why? Because he's not in there to say anything. Hey Beverly, how are you? If you want to call in, I have a number you can call in and talk to me live. 302-223-4109. I am taking calls. Call in and talk to me. If you have any questions, let's talk about it. Love to hear from you guys. I can answer any questions that you might have. Yep, 302-223-4109. That's my number. Don't be shy. I don't bite. And this is crazy, you guys. I don't know what to say about this. It's something that, they need to have a better handle on. I've been speaking on this for nearly the whole week now, and thinking that it's all just a dream, but it's not. This is very real. And I mean, literally, I can show you all up and down my timeline. Let me see how to dim this down. The brightness. There it goes. It's all up and down. Well, all over my phone. Okay, I'm coming. Where's my phone? All right. Whoever it is, I gotta call you back because I lost track of where my phone is. There it goes. Um, let's see. Calling you back. All right, Latanya Spencer. Latoya, I'm sorry. I'm calling you back.
Call from
Adrena Spencer.
To accept, press 1. To send a voicemail, press 2.
Hello, this is Auntie B.
Hey, Auntie B, how you doing?
Hi, how are you?
All right, this is Adrena. Is my phone too loud?
No, you're fine, Adrena. How are you?
All right, I had called you, but I left a voice message on your phone because it's ringing. But it just went to your voice message.
Yeah, 'cause it
I had
rings to
put
my house. It rings to my cell phone as well, and I couldn't get to. I was trying to find my phone in my system, so I got you. What's going on?
I was asking you, had it come to Michigan yet?
I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
I was asking you, had it come to Michigan yet?
No, not in Michigan yet. Not yet. I've
Mm.
been looking. I've been checking what states it did hit is Washington, Oregon, California, North Carolina, Nebraska, Utah, Arizona, New
That's
Jersey.
when I didn't hear Michigan when you were saying all the states. I didn't hear Michigan
No,
or Ohio.
nope, it hasn't hit there yet, but it's in Indiana and Tennessee, so it's close.
How many people is in Indiana that have?
They didn't give tails on the numbers yet. I'm still waiting for my numbers to come up. All it just said is that there has been a case confirmed of coronavirus. So right now, I'm just going to take it as one until I get a confirmation that there is more.
Okay. Did they say what part of Indiana that was?
It didn't. It just said Indiana. If you give me 1 second, let me check it out for you.
That Indiana is big, 'cause that's where I was lived at, right next to Chicago.
Oh wow. I'm checking it out for you.
I'm in Romulus, Michigan.
Oh, are you?
Mhm.
Okay.
Right next to the airport,
Okay.
next to the Metropolitan Airport,
It is in Indianapolis,
Indianapolis.
and
Okay, it's
that's
on the
Marion.
backside of Indiana.
Yep, Marion County. They said that his first case is there, and it was somebody who traveled to Boston recently and had been there for an event where other people has been tested for positive for that, and they returned to Indiana on Wednesday. So, um, yeah, so they have had it since Wednesday.
Mm.
See, I have to
Okay.
wait until it updates the system because a lot of times it'll tell me somebody has it, but it doesn't tell me exactly how many. It just kicks it back to me and tell me that it's there.
Okay, I'm gonna ask you one more question.
Uh huh.
I know that this is reaching out Damn, this is my girlfriend calling me from Vegas, but I can't answer a call right now.
Uh huh.
Um, um, what am I gonna ask you? Okay, I keep hearing about this stuff, and I know it's been out. It was the SARS disease um a long time ago, and now
Yeah.
they just changed it to the coronavirus. So, is this virus really gonna hit like they say it's gonna hit?
Well, if people would take better precautions and do the hygiene, it shouldn't be that bad. But a lot of people are not taking it serious. They're taking it like a grain of salt. Be like, oh, it can't get me. I don't do this. I don't do that. But they're saying they thinking that it's all older people are getting it when that's not true. There has been a case of students that has been over there in Italy that they have got the virus. They came back from
Yeah,
school and there is a baby who has it. The baby was just born here. The baby was like I believe 8 hours old, and this happened on like Tuesday or Wednesday. The baby was eight
8 hours.
hours old and contracted the virus. Yeah.
Now you know that's a damn shame.
Yeah, that's
So,
bad. That's bad.
okay, I will ask you one more question.
Okay, no problem.
Uh, where do you believe this virus? How they put it out? Do you think they started it on that boat, or how do you? Where do you think they started it at?
It started in China, or it started across seas. Because the Asians, the coronavirus, is in animals. Animals can deal with it, and they get treated for it. They have a different chemistry in their system than
So they've
humans
been
do.
doing the animals and then put them back out.
No, the Asians, they eat animals. They eat dogs. They
Oh
eat
hell
cats.
no!
They
So
eat
that's
bats.
that. My daughter tell me I'm eating dog, rat, and cat. Oh my
There's no
god!
telling. That's why I refuse to eat Chinese food. I've learned how to make my own fried rice. I learned how to make my own beef and broccoli. Um, my
I
favorite
always
thing.
just get a vegetable stir fry. I don't get nothing else.
Yeah, you
A
can
veg.
get. They have little mixes that you can do. You can learn how to make. You can Google it and learn how to make your own at home. All you do is buy your vegetables. You can buy now. I wouldn't even trust buying vegetables. I would get all of my vegetables frozen now, and I would do all of my stuff that way. Because it's too much. I don't care. I will dip my
And
vegetables in
when I
bleach
look at
water
the
to make sure I'm
vegetables I
killing
bought,
germs.
because I always buy that, like the Sam's Club, Costco, or
Yeah.
BJ.
Mhm.
I said, I wonder is this stuff on the fruits and stuff. I wonder if the best.
Well, I think what they should do all at one time, everybody quarantine yourself for the 2 weeks. Go through it, get it going, and clean yourself up and clean your house up. There's
So
nothing
shut the whole
outside
world down for
for
2 weeks.
2 weeks. Give
Okay.
people enough food. Make sure they have the medicine. I understand people got to work, people got to do things, things need to be done. But still, I know that's not living. That's living in the fantasy world. That's not real life. But for the people, do something. I would say close a
Hmm.
lot of things down for 2 weeks to let everybody go through quarantine. So those that come out, they're safe. Those that don't come out, you gotta send the coroner to them and go get them. So because
Okay. Well,
it's
let me let you get back, and now let's finish listening to your chat. I just happened to be going through the phone, and I seen you.
okay.
I don't know. I thought I turned it on when you said go into something. So I got to do something else and try and get this right because I get no, what you call it, when everything goes off, that's when I get a thing saying they just went off like 19 minutes or something like that. So
It
I
did
got to
what to
fix
you?
that. And it tells me everybody that um subscribe to.
Mhm.
I don't get it until they gone off. But I be on my phone playing on it all night
Okay.
anyway.
Okay. Did
Mhm.
you might have to go out and then go back in and like and subscribe.
Okay, I'm go to the Sprint store and just have them to do it. They know
Yeah.
what they do.
Yeah.
Okay, so all right, I'm gonna let you get back to your chat and thank you.
All right, you're welcome. You can call anytime. I'm okay. This is what I'm here for, to try to help people out and spread the information as best I can on whatever I can. Whatever the information I can get it out there.
Okay.
All righty. Well,
All
thank you
right.
for calling.
Is this your phone number
Yep,
or is this just for the chat?
this is my phone for the chat, but it will ring into my personal phone.
Okay. All right.
So
Okay,
I
thank you.
linked it together so I can take calls at any time.
Okay.
All righty. Well, thank you for calling.
Okay.
Be
You have a
safe and be
blessed night.
blessed. All right.
So, okay.
Bye bye. Okay, that was Ardrina, you guys. I thank her for calling. I appreciate anybody who calls and have any questions. I don't mind. I'd rather see you guys safe, and you have questions. I'm here to answer you the best that I can. And I'm not saying I'm the best person for it, but I try to keep myself educated with this to spread it to you guys and your family so that you can be safe. I'd rather see you safe than sorry. You know, I'm going to do what I can to be here another day, and I want you guys to do what you can to be here another day, because tomorrow is not guaranteed. So do what you can today instead of putting it off till tomorrow. Now I see we are in the end times. There threats of war. We've had our threats of war. We've had our disasters. There's the famine and flood. There's fires. Now here is the parts of the disease. Um, the evil witchery stuff, or whatever, you voodoo and all that kind of stuff. It's all out there. I really didn't want to touch on the Nipsey Hustle at all, because there's so many people doing the Nipsey Hustle readings and talking about the Nipsey Hustle this, the Nipsey Hustle that. Yes, I am a Nipsey Hustle fan. You heard my phone ring. I have him as a ringtone, and it does hit hard with me because I have a son that's Nipsey Hussle's age. My son is a year older than Nipsey Hussle. My son was also born in August. Nipsey Hussle's birthday is August 15th. My son's is August 29th. Um, this is so ironic that I take it to heart, and it hits me hard, is because Nipsey Hussle was born August 15th, 1985, and August 15th, 1984, I laid my mother to rest. And it's now, when that time comes, it's like I'm mourning him and mourning my mom, and it's hard because he has it's just, you can see the light in him. He has such a gentle spirit, and I know he lived a life. He was a gangbanger, okay, but that doesn't necessarily mean that he was a bad person. He did his things in his younger years. He was trying to change his life and doing things. He did a lot for the community. Sometimes your kids, they get caught up in things, and living in LA, that's part of a way of life there with them. And you get kind of a guilty by association as to where you live. And where he lived, it was a high gang population, and he got caught up in it, and that's how it was. But there is something that I've seen that I'm sure I've passed the information on to Tanique. I'm not sure if he will bring it out because I'm having difficulties with my system of getting it out there. But there was something that I had seen a while ago in regards to Queen Afua and Lauren London and Samantha. There is a commencement ceremony and some kind of course that she has going on, and this will be happening March 31st. And I'm going to read some of it to you. Okay, let me see if I can darken this up so you can see. Oh, it's still too bright. Bright. Oh, that's my phone. Okay, wait, wrong way. There you go. And I underlined the date so I can remember the dates. But I'm gonna read it to you what it says, and then I'm gonna read you some information that I looked up. Like I said, I'm gonna see if I can get Tanique reviews to get this up for me because I don't know what's going on. I can't get it into my system. But it reads as follows. Prior to the commencement of the official course, we host a welcome reception and open house on March 31st in person and online. The program will be taught from April 7th through July 31st, but it starts March 31st, and that is the 1-year anniversary of Nipsey Hussle Ermias Ashgadam's death. This program will be taught from April 7th to July 31st. There will be gaps due to national holidays. There will be 12 Sunday workshops taught by Queen Afua via video conferencing, and there will also be 12 Thursday workshops with master teachers via teleconference calls. The replays from Sundays and Thursdays classes will be available on demand inside of the portal. Now, here is Queen Afua with Lauren London. Let's see, I gotta darken it a little bit for you guys so you can see it. Okay. Wait, wrong way. I keep going the wrong way. There's Queen Afua with Lauren London at her temple. And here is Samantha with her at her temple. Now, I find this very disturbing, you guys. And here is another one of, wait, there it goes. Lauren London with Queen Afua. And this is supposed to be the time when Nipsey first passed away. And she says of how she's so much in mourning and she's so hurt. She's so this and she's so that. And does this look like the face of a woman in mourning to you? Does this look like the face of a woman that has been crying and missing her so-called soulmate? I don't think so. Now, what I've looked up into searching to see who Queen Afua was and what type of person she was and what she teaches. Okay. I can give you these websites if you would like. You can look them up on your own. But this is what I have right now. Let's see. And it's a lot, you guys. It's a lot. And it just, it's bad that, you know, Lauren London is into this kind of stuff. This is Queen Afua in her younger years, when I guess when she first started out. That's Queen Afua. So you guys see, this is on a website, so I'm not just making up things and saying about anyone. This is an official website with her on there. Queen Afua is an is an initiate of the Shrine of Tha, spelled P-T-H-A. No, P-T-A-H. I just screwed that all the way up. She's initiate of the Shrine of P-T-A-H, Ptah, and chief priestess of purification in the temple of Nebtet, N-E-B-T-HET, and ancient African order. She is also a Kemetic, which is an Egyptian priestess, yoga teacher, and natural healer, and lay midwife. Okay. Now I looked up what is the Nebtet, the N-E-B-T-HET. And what they said about that is the Nebtet, or Nephthys, as she's commonly known, is Greek, is the daughter of Geb and Nut, the sister of Asar and Aset, wife and sister of Set, the mother of Anpu and Osiris. Nephthys' birthplace, Het Sekhem, or the house of Sistrum. The Neteret was identified with Het Kru, the lady of Nestium. So I also looked at another one. What is the Nephet? The other names, Nephet, Nephium, and Nebethet, Nephius, mistress of the house. Nephet, the friend of the dead, is the first seen in the Old Kingdom funerary literature, riding the night boat of the underworld, meeting the deceased king's spirit and accompanying him into the light land. Her hair is metaphorically compared to the strips of cloth which shrouds the bodies of the dead. Nephet was associated with funerary rituals throughout the Kemetic history, and today is venerated not as death itself, but as the companion who gives guidance to the newly deceased, and as a lady with wings who comforts the deceased living relatives. Okay, now I'm going to show you that I'm not making any of this up, that I am actually getting this off of a website. And here is the picture of it, and here is what it's saying. There is more to it. Now, when I looked at that, I looked into what is she the goddess of? As a sister of Osiris, and especially Osiris, the sister of Isis and especially Osiris, is a protective goddess who symbolizes the death experience, just as is Isis represented the birth experience. She is representing the death experience. Nephthys was known in some ancient Egyptian template theologies and cosmologies as the useful goddess or the excellent goddess. How is that useful or excellent when you're dealing with someone's death? Now, also to look at Nephias, helped Isis to find and rebuild the body of Osiris, assisted by her son Anubis. She is therefore known as the goddess of divine assistance, and this role extended to helping the deceased to overcome the powers of death in their perilous journey through the underworld to the afterlife. You guys, this sounds like a bunch of crazy stuff to me. Dealing with a lot of witchcraft, voodoo, and all that other stuff. Now, to see what they say her powers are, Nephthys was not only a goddess of death, decay, and darkness, but also a magician with great healing powers. Nephthys has the central role in the popular myth of Osiris. It is her magical powers that helps to resurrect his body as well as to protect and nurture Horus while he is a child. You guys, this is crazy. And this is the kind of stuff that Lauren London is going to Queen Afua to learn. She's going to learn this kind of stuff, you guys. This is crazy. I'm going to show you that what I was just reading to you, where it was telling you her powers. You can't make this kind of stuff up. Well, at least not me. I'm not into all of that stuff. See, here it is right here. And you can go into that website under look for Queen Afua, and it will tell you the names that she calls herself, and you click on those names and you see what those names are, and you click on there and you see what it says that that person is about, and it will go into telling you more and more and more of what she's about and what she does. And she saying that she's a healer, okay, but it also says she's dealing with people with death and resurrection. So what is Lauren London trying to do with this lady? Are they trying to resurrect Nipsey, or what are they really doing? You know, if you guys want to call in and talk to me about it. You know, if you got questions, call me. Let's talk about it. Number's 302-223-4109. I find this very odd with this lady. There was something else that I saw here, and it was saying something about getting certificates, that she gives certificates, and it says get a beautiful certificate declaring that you are a priestess, priest, high priestess, high priest, him, Hemet, Ker, Sesh Per Ankh, scribe, witch, or shaman of Nebet. And this is a real religious certificate meeting government standards for conducting marriages and ceremonies. I'm going to show you guys this. And it also tells you about holy days, which is her birthdays and the herbs associated with Navet and all of that kind of stuff. Okay, let me see. See right there? What does that say? Right there. Witch. Oh my God. I just feel so bad for Nipsey because he didn't know what he was dealing with when he got with that girl, and he was into being a spiritual person. His mother is spiritual. He was trying to change his life, but she wasn't as spiritual as he is, and I guess it just wasn't working out for them. Um, like I say, I'm not speculating. I'm not making things up. You've seen it here. I read it to you. I showed you the websites where I got the information from. And if you want to call me at any time, I can give you those exact same websites where I got it from, so you can read for yourself and see for yourself. But as for March 31st, the 1 year anniversary of Nipsey's death, they are holding a ceremony. What kind of ceremony? I don't know. But I know it has been a year since Lauren London has been with this woman under her teachings, her and Samantha both. Um, Maybe it's her inductee into what she's into, and maybe that's what Lauren London is trying to do. So you guys, we gotta stay prayed up, and I hope this is not what I was reading. I hope this is really not what's going on. But I pray for Nipsey. I pray for you all. I pray for everybody that, you know, these are not our last days. So much going on. Is so much evil, so much hate, wars, famine, disease. It's just evil. Again, you guys, with the coronavirus, please wash your hands. Keep up with your hand sanitizers, your glove, and your mask. Make sure you have enough food for 2 weeks and your medication. This is my last broadcast for tonight. I will try to come back with more information for tomorrow and have something new. Hopefully, it'll be better news besides the bittersweet of what's going on now and all the death tolls rising. Hopefully, they can get this under control soon. And with my closing, I would like to say thank you to Tanique, the TMN, Tanique Media Network. I want to give a shout out to him. I want to give a shout out to Sam Will's channel. I want to give out a shout out to the Entrepreneur Box for helping me get all of my information on my computer, getting everything going. And I look forward to working with Tanique Media Network and joining. I'm one of the newest and joining the crew to getting information out there as what have you, whatever information we have, we get it out to you. So Tanique, thank you very much. I want to say thank you to Spook TV. Spook, love you. The Truth, thank you very much. You guys are great guys. Thank you. I love you too. There's just so much going on. I'm just so grateful. I'm so grateful, you guys, that I've been blessed. I try to be a blessing, so I pass it on to you to be blessed and be a blessing, and just love on your family, love one another, love your your fellow man. Thank you, and have a blessed night, you guys. Till tomorrow, peace. One nation, one love.